So let's talk merchandise. That's why you guys are here. Let me go ahead and do a screen share. 1 second. And I want to share content, screen. Oops. Screen, okay. There we go. Okay, there we are. All right, and if you guys have any questions about Lambtown Festival merchandise or anything like that, feel free to let me know. Okay, and so where we are here, this is a third-party website. This is called Bonfire. And Bonfire, we partnered with them this year to both make and ship all of the Lambtown merchandise on demand. So what that means is rather than us trying to guess what's going to be popular items this year and then order a bunch of them and then ship them out afterwards, Bonfire says, oh, 7 people want this bag and 3 people want this t-shirt. Okay, well, let's send them out. So it's really convenient for us. It really helps us to not have leftover inventory, especially this year. It's been a rough year financially for most people, so we just didn't know whether merchandise was even going to be on people's radar. But we do appreciate you all for purchasing merchandise. It does help us out. We do get money from this, so it does help us out, and it's really convenient, especially for us being a small nonprofit organization where we don't really have to do anything except for point you to this website, and then they put money in our bank account, and that's I can't tell you how much that simplifies the process for us and makes it easy, especially in a year like this. So the first thing here, again, I'm on the bonfire.com website. And if you want to go directly there, it's bonfire.com/store/Lambtown. But you can get there multiple ways. You can go to lambtown.org, click on the merchandise tab up at the top, and that will take you directly here. If you go to the Lambtown Festival app and tap on our vendors, scroll all the way down to the L's, you'll find Lambtown Festival. Click on that one there, and then tap on the link, and it will take you to this page as well. So the first thing coming up here is the tote bag, the Eunice tote bag. Now this is brand new. Yesterday morning, we posted this tote bag because people had said, well, you guys have a tote bag on there, but there's only one and it's designed for the classes, and it's down at the bottom, so I'll talk about it in a little bit. So people who did not take our virtual workshops but still wanted to support us, still wanted to have a Lambtown Festival bag, here's a little bag that you can do. And so that was one of the really nice things was we got that feedback on Friday night where people said, oh, we really would like a tote bag, but one that maybe doesn't say workshops on it. And so Saturday morning, here we are, we already had this up and running. So working with a company like this was really nice to let us move fairly quickly. Judy's asking, how long will the merchandise be offered for sale? Good question, Judy. So the way that they work, Bonfire works, is they have certain campaigns set up, and we have all these campaigns set up, I believe, to run through sometime next week. They kind of stagger. They don't all start at the same time. It's based off of when we finalized the designs and decided to go with them. And so what we're going to do is when those campaigns run out, then we will re-release them to be available to order, not through the campaign style, meaning they will make them one at a time. We get a little bit less money that way, but that's totally fine by us. So these designs, I think we said we're going to cut off sometime in December. So if it gets down to Christmas time or holiday season, whatever it is, and you're thinking you want something, then we're thinking probably that first or second week in December is probably a good time for us to cut these off. But they do make things in batches is how it works better for them to do it. So the closing of these campaigns so that they can make things in batches and give us a little bit more money, that will happen sometime next week. And when you click on an individual one, so I'll tap on one here. See how it says down here, it says there's one sold. Oh, so this one, because it's brand new, right? It says it's available for 13 more days. And so once that 13-day period has closed out, then they'll go ahead and ship all of those that were ordered in this batch, and then we'll go ahead and let them be available as individual things to order. All right, and I'm check on the chats here. Okay, many different styles of shirts. Yes, so I will get to that in just 1 second. And anything in the Q&A? Question from Ginger: when will workshops be available for download? So workshops won't be available for download, but workshops will be available to watch on YouTube, and that'll happen. It depends. If you're already a workshop student, some of the classes we do have those available. So check your inbox because we did send a newsletter out. And the other ones we're still working with some technical issues going on, as is the whole theme for 2020. As Brooke says, it's on brand for 2020 to have technical issues. So those will be ready. And then if you didn't purchase the classes, again, they will be ready, but that's going to be after we already have everything ready for the students who purchased the classes earlier on and made the deadline. But yes, workshops will be available for you to view again. They won't be available for download, but they'll be able to stream. And I believe the cutoff on that is they'll be available through the end of the year. So if it's something that you want to watch multiple times, absolutely you can do that. So back to merchandise here. As somebody typed in the chat, lots of designs and lots of colors. And so when you see this here where it says premium unisex tee, $28, those 4 little dots, those are the colors that these are available in, right? So this is just one design, and you can see that one has 4 different shirt colors, and then the long sleeve has 3, and then the hoodie has another 4 colors available. And if I tap to the side, there's that 3/4 baseball tee and a V-neck tee, and then there's a kid's tee, and there's a kid's baseball tee. So there's something like 30 different designs here just on this single shirt, okay, that you can come up with. So lots of different designs, lots of different colors. You can figure out what fits with your wardrobe, what fits with your style of clothing. So I'll scroll on down a little bit here, and that first one is our new logo, our new mascot, Eunice there, and just says Lambtown Festival 2020 underneath it. The next one is kind of the badge logo. That's what we've used a lot in our social media marketing this year. And on the cover of the app, you kind of see that hexagonal badge logo. So that's kind of a fun thing. And again, several different styles available there. That one has a tank. The tank has been a fairly popular seller. We've seen a lot of those orders come through for those, okay? And I'll scroll down just a little bit more here. And this is one of my favorite ones. Have you hugged a sheep today? It's also available in a mug, and we can see that when I scroll down to the bottom. But it's just kind of fun and playful. It does say down at the bottom, it's got a picture of Eunice and says Lambtown Festival. That's what that little white underneath the logo is. But just fun, playful. I think it's a good way to develop a conversation, if you're going somewhere and people maybe aren't familiar with wearing wool and all they think about is, itchy wool socks or blankets left over from World War II that are so itchy and scratchy you can't get them anywhere near you. It's a good way to start a conversation. Have you hugged a sheep? Sheep are very comfortable as far as the wool, right? It's very right next to skin. So I'm going to keep on scrolling down here. We'll get through all these designs. And here again is a tank, and this one just has Eunice on it. So if you don't want any verbiage, you just like the logo of Eunice, you can totally have that, okay? And again, lots of different colors, lots of different styles and designs available. And the next one up here, those next 2 designs are first a black screen print and then a white screen print of the same thing. It just says Lambtown Festival. The writing underneath says established 1985. That was the first year that the Lambtown Festival was held. And if you're doing the math at home and playing along, congratulations, you're right. This is the 34th annual Lambtown Festival, which does mean that one of them got skipped. I don't remember which one got skipped. I'm gonna have to see if I can dig into the archives and find out which one that was. But there's your trivia note of the day. This is the 34th. We're in the 35th year and only holding the 34th one. So here's that virtual workshop bag that I was talking about earlier. It does say virtual Lambtown Festival. And then in the little pop-out picture there, it's showing the back, and it says Abby, Maggie, Judith, and me. And that really represents, you're taking this virtual workshop and you're not in a classroom full of 25 or 40 people. You're at home, comfy on your couch or sitting with your spinning wheel in front of you, and it's just you and the teacher. So especially when you're listening to the version that has the watch party, that has the extra info coming from the instructors, it's as close as you're going to get to one-on-one without being live one-on-one, whether it's virtual or in person. So kind of exemplifies how we do things just a little bit differently here at Lambtown Festival. Then we have what we call the hug mug. So have you hugged a sheep today? It's a great way to start your morning. Pour some coffee in there. Think about it all day long. Have you hugged a sheep yet today? And then there's a couple of hats there. The black one is a snapback, and then the gray one, it says classic. It's got one of those cloth clasps in the back, if you know what I'm talking about. And we'll keep going here. I'm almost to the bottom. We have a couple of toddler tees. If you were on yesterday, my toddler, who's being a little cranky at the moment, my toddler was on. He's 14 months today, and he was wearing a 3T. So if you want to know about sizing, he's a big boy, but he kind of fills it out nicely. So a couple of fun little toddler tees. And have you hugged a sheep? Because what toddler doesn't need to wear that shirt? And then there's a couple of onesies as well, and we've sold some of these. They're just, I can't wait to see the photos of the babies wearing them because they're just absolutely adorable. So if anybody has any questions about merchandise, I'm happy to help. I do have another minute or two here. Otherwise, we will get into Sarah from Wild Oat Hollow is next. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to pop them into the chat or into the Q&A. And Brooke, I see you. And someone says, will they be available after the festival? Yes. Everything will be available after the festival. And like we said, we're going to keep sales open until we think early December is kind of how we're planning it. Okay, and so we had some questions about, can we see individual colors or some of the alternate colors? Absolutely. So let's say I want to see this, this dark hoodie here. We can pop into this. You can see there's a nice charcoal and a navy blue, as well as a maroon. And that's kind of the color scheme that we've gone with throughout, is that kind of, that works with the colors that we have as far as working on the app and everything else as far as our color scheme for this year. So some fun colors there, the dark heather, a navy, and then again with the maroon. So I don't see much coming on in the way of questions. So thank you everybody for hanging out.